After arriving in Oakwood, Emma and Richard soon made their jump-the-broom marriage legal by remarrying and recording their union in the Leon County courthouse. Their holy union of matrimony took place on August 19th, 1891, 9 days after they had secured their marriage license, with Reverend Frank Lloyd, an ordained minister, officiating. The same minister of the gospel officiated when Doc married Bella Tryon, his second wife, 2 years later. Together in 1910, Richard and Doc bought 60 acres of farmland situated 16 miles northwest of Crockett in Daly. The purchase, made jointly with their wives for $300, required diligent planning, saving, and no small amount of ambition. It is easy to see why Richard, Doc, Emma, and Bella crossed the river to farm in tiny Daly, where expansive cotton fields were surrounded by red oak and post oak trees and transected by creeks. Without a town center, the area was home to homesteads large and small that depended on Grapeland and other towns for many needs. The absence of a busy town center gave Daly a quiet, peaceful character in a setting of gently rolling hills and verdant, fertile fields. Even today, when I visit the area, I'm taken aback by the beauty of the landscape, despite its deteriorating homes and farm buildings and overgrown fields. The creeks were sites of much childhood enjoyment and religious rituals. Many baptisms took place in them before the churches built baptismal fonts. When we gather by the river, the beautiful, beautiful river wafted over the congregants when ministers baptized children, submerging them quickly in the water with their noses and mouths covered. Terrified children, dressed in white, momentarily resisted the minister's efforts, but the brief ceremony was over before they could prevent the submersion, no matter how much they struggled. These creeks were also where children gathered outside their parents' sight to swim. Among the few opportunities for sports, the waterways afforded boys the opportunity for swimming, while girls were often discouraged from similar activities. The water could also evoke great fear when it rose during downpours, washing out bridges and spooking horses that were pulling wagons over slippery roads. One particularly terrifying moment of my childhood was having to descend from our wagon so that it could cross a creek without the weight of passengers. Even today, so many years later, I can recall how traumatized I was by that experience. My mother, Fanny Campbell, was born on this beautiful land in 1906. She met and married my father, Isaac Stubblefield, there, and bore all of her children within a few miles of her parents' home. A devoted creature of this intimate landscape, she traveled only to Grapeland, Oakwood, and occasionally county fairs in the region. For much of her life, she had only horses and wagons as transport, and after our family acquired an automobile, she never learned to drive. Her marriage also circumscribed her movements. She followed the many relocations prompted by my father's employment, first as a farmhand and sharecropper, and later as a laborer in Houston.